Most valuable American rare stamps worth money of 1999. The 33-cent Uncle Sam stamp. It was issued on the occasion of the century that was about to end. In 1999. To remember the victory of the Second World War. The famous Uncle Sam character is featured on the stamp. Person who actually existed. Who over time has become a symbolic character. Used to recruit the military army as early as 1812. And fight for the United States of America. In this piece, you will be able to see him standing, holding up the flag of the United States of America. Under U.S. military engaged in combat during the Second World War. Top left. The nominal value reported as number 33 cents of the U.S. dollar. Postage stamp issued February 18, 1999. 12,533,000 copies were issued. And is worth nearly 7 times its issue value. $2.25. The 33-cent space stamp. It is part of the series of stamps printed before the end of the century. In 1999, the first American satellite is depicted. The first explorer. Launched in 1958 into space. To detect cosmic rays. Very small in size. The satellite worked for a few months. And accomplished its mission excellently. Providing important data to radiation scientists. Data that will give the definitive way to the conquest of the moon. Top left. The nominal value is reported. 33 cents of the U.S. dollar. To the right. The writing that immortalizes the image. The launch of the satellite. Postage stamp issued May 26, 1999. 12,533,000 copies were issued. And is worth 9 times its issue value. $3. Ford's 33-cent stamp. It is part of the stamps commemorating the 60s. A Ford Mustang is portrayed. Exhibited in 1964 in New York. Became a super demanded car by the public. Going from about 22,000 units sold in a few months. To over 680,000 in just 1 year. Composed of a 271 horsepower engine. They had the first standard options, such as the remote-controlled exterior mirror, and interiors which could be colored and styled to one's taste. In this piece, you will be able to see a convertible, red color, become a collector's car of the most successful and longevity. Top left. The nominal value of the piece, 33 cents of the U.S. dollar. Down. The inscription indicating the model. Ford Mustangs. Postage stamp issued on September 17, 1999. It was printed in 8 million copies. And is worth 9 times its issue value. $3. The Beatles 33-cent stamp. Remember another important event that took place in the 60s. The group The Beatles first landed in the United States in 1964. The energy and musicianship of the band. They made the band members role models for the youth to follow and emulate. The first song that hit the charts. "Foo, I Want to Hold Your Hand." And a real Beatlemania began in the country. On this stamp, you will be able to see a colorful submarine. With the writing of the name of the group next to it. The Beatles. Top left. The nominal value of the piece. 33 cents of the U.S. dollar. Postage stamp issued on September 17, 1999. It was printed in 8 million copies. And is worth 10 times its issue value. $3.50. The Kestrel 1-cent stamp. Depicts the bird with slate blue and rust-colored plumage. This animal. His name is Kestrel. It is a relative of the falcon. Small size, lives in the United States in hollowed-out trees. Or nests abandoned by other birds. It has 15 vertebrae in the neck, which allow him to turn his head 180 degrees. And to observe prey up to 220 degrees in a tree. Without having to move. They have a wingspan of 74 centimeters. And can weigh up to 300 grams. Top right. You will be able to see the face value of the piece. 1 cent of the U.S. dollar. Down. The name of the character who designed this piece. Postage stamp issued in April of 1999. It was printed in several million copies. And is worth 700 times its issue value. $7. Moral's 55-cent stamp depicts the U.S. political leader Justin Smith Morrill, Senator of the Chamber in the 19th century, is known for creating the Land-Grant College Act of 1862, which had the objective of financing the projects for the creation and construction of agricultural institutes and American universities. Bottom right, you will be able to see the face value of the piece, 55 cents of the US dollar, which was used both for sending letters in the nation itself, both for parcels sent to Canada. To the left of the face, the name and surname of the politician. To the right, the inscription that recalls the legislative act. Postage stamp issued July 17, 1999. 100 million copies were printed, and is worth 84 times its issue value, $46.50. The complete series of Legends of American Music stamps. It was a collection much in demand by the mass public. The faces of the greatest musicians and artists. They did not yet have their own space in philately, and therefore in the daily postal used by the population. This series includes, in addition to the individual singers, also classical composers, songwriters, Hollywood faces, orchestra conductors, and many others. The pieces were issued in the face value of 29, 32, and 33 cents of the US dollar. The complete series consists of 35 sheets, on which 20 different subjects are reported on one sheet. Set released since June 1993. In September 1999, it was printed in a few million copies. A single sheet featuring 20 artists can be worth a few $100s. But if you own the entire collection, it can be worth up to $450.